Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Juan Tamez, the Energy Focuser, and I will be doing the energy reading for June 21st through June 27th, 2021. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's go ahead and get started with our first pair. Our first combination is the Moon and Cornucopia. So the moon, as I mentioned before, has to do with psychic abilities. Obviously, the moon goes through phases, and more than psychic ability, I am picking up on phases, going through changes, going through certain situations, circumstances, mentally, emotionally, perhaps in your life. And we're always going through a cycle of where we go from the dark side of the moon to the full moon, right? And there's a crescent in between, and then there's the kind of like the decline of that phase, and then we move on to something else. So we're continuously working on our well-being because we have the Cornucopia card here. So we're continuously working on becoming better as a person, financially, in work, with family, with friends. We're always working on something. And right now is not the time to be afraid of taking certain steps. As long as they feel good, as long as they feel positive, as long as they are going in the direction of where you want to go, then let that unfold and let that become the crescent moon and bring you to that full moon phase, okay? Our second combination is Nine of Earth and Executioner. So the Nine of Earth is almost the completion. It's almost getting there. So I just mentioned the moon going into the full moon cycle. We're at a nine where we're completed a cycle. We've already completed a cycle. And the next card after this would be a 10 of Earth, right? And as I mentioned before, a 10 is a 1 on steroids. It means you've already accomplished something very big and you're much more ready than ever to even make bigger and better plans. But right now, we're getting all this positivity. We're gaining all this luxury, I want to say, because there's many luxuries that we have. It doesn't have to be brand names. It's the luxury of having a home, having money, being able to buy stuff, and etc. And this is paired with the Executioner. So make wise choices and decisions when it comes to your money, the way you're investing, the way you are, even people who are coming to you asking for money. You need to nip that in the butt, as they say. You need to stop that, because you're never going to see the end of that situation if you keep enabling people by helping them out all the time, because it looks like you have all this money. Okay. Our next combination is Page of Earth and Hamster Wheel. Kind of on what I mentioned right now, because of the hamster wheel, meaning falling into the same cycle over and over and over. And the Page of Earth is someone who's still young, someone who's still evolving, learning, who is aware of things but doesn't have the experience yet. But it's telling us that as we are becoming much more stable, okay, there will be challenging moments with other people, with work, with whatever that might be. But don't fall into the same situations consistently again. So if you know that you have all this debt and you need to pay things off, then you need to funnel your money in a much more wise direction, in a better suited direction, in order for you to leave this hamster wheel behind. Don't spend excessively. Don't get things you don't need. Focus your money where it needs to go. And if you can save some of that money, go ahead and do so. It's only for your own benefit. Our next combination, Four of Earth and Broken Chalice. So the four of earth, well, the four, as I mentioned before, is stability. This is some type of financial stability that you're seeking. Okay, you're looking for that stability. You still haven't found that stability yet because we have that broken chalice right under it. Same thing as I just mentioned. Where are you funneling your money? Where are these leaks? And you need to patch those leaks up and be able to move forward. Don't go with extravagant things if you don't need them. And I talk out of experience because I'm talking to myself throughout this whole reading, because that's exactly what I do. I spend excessively, and I have to learn to chill out, relax, take it easy. Just because you want something doesn't mean you need it, right? So same thing goes for you. Next combination, 10 of air and the man. So the 10 of air is we've come to the end of overthinking. We've come to the end of having to make all these choices and decisions mentally. Sometimes we haven't even talked to anyone because we want to resolve things in our own mind, which is okay. But this man is talking about reaching out to someone that you feel comfortable with, someone that you can trust, someone perhaps who is older, who has experience, who has stability, who has some words of wisdom that they can impart. So let out all this air, let out all this pressure, let out all these things that are keeping you stuck in the hamster wheel in the same place, and allow yourself to be loved and to be guided. Our next combination is the Lovers and High Tower. Not an easy moment right now for people in relationships. Doesn't mean that the relationship will end. It just means that you need to be aware, you both need to be aware that maybe there's some distance between you two. Maybe there's certain things that are coming in between the relationship, and it's not like it used to be. And that's okay, because life is about expansion. Life is about more, and nothing ever ends. Even if your relationship were to end with someone, you both can move on to other relationships that will benefit you even more. Perhaps that relationship has become stagnant, and it's okay. Maybe you need some separation. Maybe you need some distance in between. Maybe you need to meet other people. Maybe you need time for yourself. I don't know. But I see here that the lovers, the relationships, are going through certain situations. And our last combination, the 5 of air and city. So this 5 of air, as I mentioned before, is choices and decisions. Making a 5 is choices and decisions. Air is thinking about things. So you're thinking about these choices and decisions, perhaps consulting with too many people, and everyone has a different point of view. No one's going to guide you into the direction of where you really ultimately want to go, because everybody talks to you from their own life experience. It's not a bad thing, okay? It's not a bad thing. Now, the difference here is, I mentioned, let out the air with someone who loves you and cares for you and has life experience, not with a whole bunch of friends that are going to give you all these different points of view, not with a whole bunch of family members, not with a whole bunch of co-workers, okay? And this choice and decision can be a life-changing situation. That's why we see the city there at the end, because it could be a situation where it may involve other people, okay? And that's why there's all these points of view. The city is meaning life changes. Life changes doesn't mean you have to move out of town. You may be in the process of thinking that. You may be in the process of leaving a relationship because you want to go somewhere else. Leaving a workplace because you've found something better. Just don't let a lot of people get to your head, because otherwise you're going to end up with too many things and you're going to lose that clarity, okay? So I would just say relax, breathe, meditate. And when you meditate, you allow the energy to come through and guide you. It's not visualizing. Visualizing is actually thinking about where you want to be and what you want to do and where you see yourself in 5, 10, 20, 100 years from now. That's not what I'm telling you to do. Just relax, breathe, allow the universe to bring you the answers in any one of these situations that we just went through. Okay? Our central theme is 4 of Earth and Broken Chalice, the lack of stability. We have 3 Earth cards, 2 air. We don't have water or fire, which is okay. There's a lot of with the Earth also means time. Okay, there's a lot of time for you to think, for you to evaluate, for you to relax. Maybe you need to go somewhere where you can connect with the Earth, whether it's out for a walk, into the forest, into the woods, into whatever you can go to and connect with the Earth. Okay, the air, obviously we're talking about overthinking, and the 2 major cards are positive cards: the Moon, going through the phases, and the Lovers, also meaning self-love. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will be back with more videos.